Hi, I'm Susan, and this is what I'm repurposing. I thrifted this box a while back, and now I'm finally going to do something with it. I'm always needing craft storage, and this will perfectly hold my 8 by 8.5 by 11 scrapbook papers and my cutter and things like that. So I'm going to give it a good cleaning with Crud Cutter. And whoever had it before me had glue all the way around the top. So with my heat gun and the palette knife, I just scraped it up, and then I cleaned it and sanded it down. Now I'm going to use Waverly chalk paint and plaster, and I'm going to paint the whole thing. And this is raw wood, and it soaked up the paint a lot, and it didn't go on very smoothly, but I like the worn look that it left. So I'm just going to give it one rough coat of the paint and go with it the way it is. Now that my box is dry, I really like the rough look it has, and I decided to distress it just a little bit more with Waverly Antiquing Wax, and I just brush it on and just around, not giving it a solid coat or anything, but just hitting the edges and such along the way, and then wiping it back down with an old rag. Now I'm going to use this Mod Podge, and I'm going to decoupage some pretty paper that I bought. I love Mod Podge. It's in the plaid family, and I am a plaid ambassador, and I highly recommend it. And I love this paper. This is Tim Holtz paper, and it is so pretty. And this is scrapbook paper. He also has decoupage papers, but this is scrapbook paper that I'm using. And here's my finished crate, and I love how it turned out. I see no reason why your storage shouldn't be pretty. And it's hard to pick which side I like best. I'll probably flip it around, back and forth. This challenge is hosted by Tammie of the Rusted Willow and Dayna of Delighted to DIY. Please check out these ladies' channels. They are so talented. And check out the playlist as well. I'll have everything listed in my description box down below. For my second project, I got this little box thrifting as well. And to remove the label, I had to use my hair dryer. I think I said heat gun before, but it's my hair dryer. And I'm going to remove both of those labels, and some hot glue on the side where those little raffia bows are glued on. Now I give it a good cleaning with some Crud Cutter and wipe it down really good. See how great this stuff is? I really need to give my mat a really good cleaning and redo my table. Now I'm going to paint this box with that same Waverly chalk paint and plaster. And it took a couple of coats for this because I wanted solid coverage. Now I'm going to use this Waverly Antiquing Wax and go over my whole box and wipe it down. And to be honest with you, I did this box first, and I wasn't sure if I was liking it. It just seemed a little too dark for the plaster. But I hang in there and see where this is going to lead me, because you just never know. I decided to tone down the wax by just dry brushing on some more of the plaster over the wax, and this helped a lot. And now, using that same Mod Podge, I go ahead and put my picture on. I decided to go with it the way it was. And I love, this is another print by Tim Holtz, and it just went with the box so well. I was so glad that I ended up leaving the distressing and not repainting the whole box, because it just blended in with this picture. And for all of my decoupage, I just put a layer underneath, laid my paper on top, and then went over the top with more Mod Podge. And that worked out well. I didn't have any bubbles. I did have a little bit of air in one, but it was down by the time it dried. And here's how my box turned out, and I love it. Right now, it's holding a lot of my embossing folders. I know if I get too many more embossing folders, it won't hold them all, but right now it's perfect, and it holds that and my foam and my little picks for my die cuts. And here are both of my projects. I love them. I hope you do too. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Ring that bell so you can be notified when I upload new content. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Which one's your favorite? And would you do this? And until next time, bye y'all.